Oh, geez. Now, as I'm sure many of you have heard, Neymar and Nike have decided to part ways, with it being reported that Puma is most likely to sign Neymar to a new boot deal. And a lot of people are upset about this. A lot of people are surprised. I made an entire video talking about why I think this has happened, but there are two very good reasons as to why I think Nike is going in this direction, and that is Kylian Mbappé and Jadon Sancho. Two very talented, very young players already signed to the Nike brand for a lot less money than they would have to pay Neymar to re-sign him, that both recently got signature colorways. Mbappé with a pair of Mercurials inspired by the classic Rosa colorway seen on the 2008 Mercurial Vapor 4, and Sancho with his first ever signature colorway with a bunch of references to his personality as well as his hometown. So with talent like this already signed to the brand, is it really that surprising that Nike isn't willing to pay Neymar a ton of money to re-sign him? I don't think so, especially considering one of them currently plays on the same team as Neymar, at least for the time being. Either way, we're going to take a closer look at both of these boots that have some incredible details, and we'll also take a look at how they fit and feel on feet. So if you're interested in learning more about these, please stick around, watch the entire review, and if you're interested in either of these two boots for yourself, these ones are fairly limited, these a little bit less so, but they are still readily available. You can click the first link down below or the little pop-up in the corner of the screen. That's going to take you to the review page on my website, where you'll find buy now links with exclusive SR4U coupon codes, where you'll be able to pick up either of these two boots. The pink ones do come in a vapor variation as well, below their normal retail prices. Also, if you guys do end up enjoying this video, please don't forget to support it with a like. And if you're new here watching for the first time and don't want to miss out on weekly content on everything football boots, make sure you hit that subscribe button. As far as extras go, we'll start with the Sancho boots because they are a true special edition as seen here on the label by the SE, but you can see it comes in a very special box that basically has the same design you find on the boots in kind of like two-tone blue. Really nice finishing, and it has the Vibes logo there on the lid. Open it up, and on the underside, you'll find some really nice detailing with the Sancho sauce and Vibes in kind of a gloss black on a matte black base. And then it does have the Poppin' 24 Hours logo like you'll find on the right boot, but not on the left boot. And then as far as extras go inside of the box, they include this little kind of hang tag right here, which is kind of like a retro Jordan type of thing. But you can see it is a ketchup bottle with the Vibes and Sancho sauce logo there, which is kind of a cool little extra thing that they don't normally include. And then of course, as you would expect with any top-end model, it does come with a string bag, which is just like the box, black and blue with that same pattern. It has the Vibes and Nike swoosh logo there on the front, Mercurial at the bottom, and then this little tag right here, which again just kind of shows that it's a Sancho signature. It's the same thing you'll find on the insole with black strings. Really cool string bag, lots of cool details. It gets a string bag rating of ketchup out of mustard. And as for Mbappe's Rosa Mercurials, you can see that they also come in a special box. It's black on black rather than the normal gray, and that's kind of weird because it doesn't actually say that this is a limited or special edition on the label, so I'm not exactly sure how limited these are. They definitely made more of these than the Sancho boots. Open up the box, and on the inside, it's pretty normal other than the pink Nike football logo in this kind of chrome finish, which is actually quite premium. And then of course, they do also include a string bag, which is maybe not as flashy as a lot of people might have expected. It's black on black, but it has this carbon fiber pattern, and that's actually making a reference to the Vapor 4 SL, which had a carbon fiber sole plate that they never actually released to the public in this OG Rosa colorway all the way back in 2008. Still kind of a cool reference though. You also find this pattern on the insole. It has the pink Nike swoosh there on the front, the Mercurial logo of the time from back in 2008, which is a really cool kind of retro touch. And on the back, it has the same finish with that Mbappe tag. It's basically like his signature tag, similar to the CR7 series. It's a really cool string bag. It gets a rating of carbon fiber out of carbon dioxide. I think that might be poison. Oh well. Now, as for the boots themselves, Mbappe's are very pink, and that's not just because they wanted boots for him that would stand out, which they have done successfully, of course, but because they wanted to make a modern recreation of the OG 2008 Mercurial Vapor 4 Rosa colorway that you might also remember as the Pink Panther boots, because back in 2008, Franck Ribéry, who was one of the main faces of the Mercurial line, along with guys like Cristiano Ronaldo, also a player of the French national team and somebody that Mbappé looked up to as a kid. They had this really cool animated commercial with the Pink Panther and Franck Ribéry wearing these pink Mercurial Vapor 4s. For those that don't know what a Vapor 4 looks like, this is it. Unfortunately, I don't have that OG pink colorway, but it was a pretty iconic thing. And Mbappé, as a kid, really admired Ribéry and really admired those particular boots, even had a pair back in the day, which is kind of why Mbappé is such a cool marketing opportunity for the Nike brand, because even before he signed a deal with them, he was a fan of the Nike Mercurial series, and there's a lot of cool storytelling opportunities like this one for them to release signature colorways. So we got a recreation of that OG pink boot where they got the color, I would say, spot on. It has this very shiny finish throughout parts of the boot and then more of a solid pink finish in other parts, trying to mimic the design sort of the Mercurial Vapor 4. What's also a little bit weird that you don't see in some of the pictures is that the parts that are a little bit more glossy, which is kind of typical of every Vapor 4 color other than the Euro ones, is that it's got this kind of almost iridescent finish, but then there's like little pink polka dots running through it. It's very subtle and kind of difficult to see. They have also gone for a large white Nike swoosh, which was originally introduced on the Mercurial Vapor 4, of course, to tie into the more modern, I guess, graphics package for the Mercurial series. They have gone for this lightning bolt style swoosh, which I can't say I'm in love with for this particular boot, but I also don't really have a major problem with it. Obviously, the OG Vapor 4 would have had a giant lace cover. They can't incorporate that on this, or at least probably wouldn't be willing to spend the money on it, but they have incorporated the OG Mercurial logo from the lace cover onto the side, which is a cool little touch. You can see it here at the tail end of the Nike swoosh on the medial side. Kind of has a medium-sized swoosh with the embossed M Mercurial logo running through the middle, your ACC and Flyknit branding there, and then moving towards the heel, you'll find this kind of unusual pattern that's not a huge tie-in, but you can see how it wraps around the heel area. That's actually designed to mimic the design of this carbon fiber, or glass fiber, I should say, kind of external heel counter thing that you had on the Vapor 4 that made for some really uncomfortable, super stiff sensations through the heel, causing some massive blisters. These are not very good football boots, as cool as they look, especially by today's standards. So that's kind of a cool little touch. It does have the KM, Kylian Mbappé initials right there on the front part of the collar. And then the sole plate, as you can see, it does have the normal split sole, and it does have a wearable finish with this kind of matte chrome pink at the bottom, as well as a regular chrome kind of V-piece running through the middle of the forefoot. You don't have that in the heel, of course. And then the insole, I'll give you guys a quick look at that. Just like the string bag, again, to make reference to that Vapor 4 SL, does have the carbon fiber finish to it, as well as the Mercurial logo in pink, while the left insole has the Kylian Mbappé signature tag. Now, as for Sancho's boots, there are so many little details here that make reference to his personality, as well as his hometown in Southeast London. Similar to the Bondi Dreams Mbappé signature, where it kind of made a lot of references to the start of Mbappe's career and falling in love with the game. It's kind of a similar concept with these ones, where you'll notice that the upper has all these different patterns, a grid pattern that I believe is supposed to symbolize a map of the area, and then a bunch of other patterns that are kind of separated by almost this ripped up wrapping paper type of design. That's the best way I can describe it. It's very unusual. It's very busy. Some people love it, some people hate it based on comments that I've seen on Instagram. But as a whole, I think it's pretty cool looking, especially in person. You'll find on the medial side that the two boots are a little bit different from each other. This one has the South London No Ball Game sign, which apparently was plastered all over the town where you weren't supposed to be playing, but obviously that didn't stop them. And then in kind of this graffiti spray paint type effect that's actually debossed on the surface, it says Megs, which is pretty self-explanatory. And then on the right boot, you'll notice that it has the Poppin' 24 Hours logo and kind of like this neon sign type of look on the medial side, which is a little bit different. You can see the little tab right here. It says Superfly Trims, which I believe is in reference to a haircut or something like that. I'm not exactly sure. Then you can see on this one, it says Hashtag SE11 for Jadon. I'm not entirely sure what the explanation is for all of that, but obviously there's a lot going on with both of these boots, and it's kind of cool that they are slightly mismatched. The insole, I'll give you guys a quick look at that because there's some cool details there as well. It features a very similar pattern to what you'll find on the upper in slightly different colors, a little bit more teal than what you find on the boots, and then it does have that little kind of signature tag for Jadon Sancho that's also featured on the box and string bag, which is pretty cool. And then the sole plate is something that I think just looks fantastic on this boot. This is not a wearable finish, so it has the split sole design, so more of that pattern from the upper in between, but the stud plates, as you can see, kind of have this really cool fade effect where it goes from a dark blue to a teal in the heel area. You have more of that in the forefoot, and then that accent color of the bright orange for the little V piece. So really cool looking sole plate. If they can do this with just plastic and no wearable finishes, I don't know why they don't do it more often. But in terms of overall design and just a bunch of little personal details, I skipped over quite a few, but it's a very interesting design, let's say that. Colorways aside, there are no performance differences between these or any other version of the Superfly 7, so please keep that in mind. And I should also mention that these are only available in Superfly form, where the Mbappé Rosa boots you can actually get as a Superfly or a Vapor, so you do have that option to go with or without the collar. But I've talked about the Mercurials, I've talked about the Superfly so many times on this channel. You guys know what's up with them. I'm not going to go into too much detail. So with that in mind, let's take a look at the boots on feet. So we'll start with Sancho's boots, where you can see I have swapped out the blue laces, which look good, but because there's already so much going on, I figured I'd make them that much crazier. These are some Orange Punch reflective SR4U replacement laces. They make all the little orange accents on the boot pop that much more. It's a great way of changing up the style of your boots in a very inexpensive way. If you're interested in some for yourself, the website to go to is www.sr4ulaces.com. There'll be a little pop-up on screen, as well as a link down below in the description. But as far as the look on feet is concerned, I like the fact that they're mismatched here on the medial side of the foot. Very, very vibrant. If you're looking to stand out in general, these are definitely going to do that for you. And as far as feel is concerned, the Superfly 7s, they don't feel any different than any other colorway. And as for Mbappe's boots, they too look fantastic on feet. You'll have noticed that I have not swapped out the laces. That's because I want to really pay respect to the OG, where obviously the main aspect of this colorway is the fact that it's entirely pink with a white swoosh. However, some white or silver laces would probably look pretty cool in these. Nonetheless, if you are looking to stand out, or if you're just a fan of pink football boots, this will do that better than pretty much any other colorway that has come out this year. They are extremely bright and honestly just look really cool. I'm not sure I could pull them off personally, but I do quite like them. As far as the boots themselves are concerned, this colorway or the Sancho one, it is of course a Superfly 7 Elite. They fit extremely well. If you've worn Mercurials in the past, you kind of know what to expect in regards to overall fit. Very tight wrap around your foot, really no extra space whatsoever. If you have wide feet, they're probably not going to be a great option for you, but if you've worn Mercurials in the past, these are likely to fit you just like those did as well. And then as far as sizing is concerned, I'm wearing these in my usual size 9.5 US, and the fit and length is perfect. So if you're looking to order a pair for yourself, I would strongly recommend going true to size in order to achieve the best possible fit. And that's it for this one, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to support it with a like. Again, if you're interested in either of these two boots for yourself, get them before they're gone, because I really don't see either of these colorways sitting on shelves for very long. But if you are interested in them, there's a link down below in the description that's going to take you to the review page on my website, where you'll find buy it now links with exclusive SR4U coupon codes to pick these up below their normal retail prices. If you have any questions, as always, leave them down below in the comment section, and I'll do my best to get an answer out to you as soon as I possibly can. If you're not subscribed to the channel already, make sure you hit that subscribe button along with the little bell notification so you get notified when the next new video goes live. You can find all my social media information linked down below in the description as well. And other than that, guys, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.